Hey y'all, it's Jess from Sunflower Dairy. Today we're going to do a garden tour. It's very warm today, but we are officially in the dead center of the gardening season. Everything is literally growing overnight. When we have thunderstorms, you can literally see things grow. Alright, let's get started with this garden tour. So I am right here in my straw bale garden. I planted a whole bunch of seeds in here. As you can see, I have quite a few things popping up. So I planted squash and pumpkins and melons in these straw bales. So there's quite a few of those popping up. Then over here in this raised bed garden, there is quite a few tomato plants that are getting rather large. So those are going to need to be tied up very soon so they don't start falling over. There's also eggplant and marigolds in here that are doing really well, and there's cucumbers in the back there. They're starting to flower. All right, I am heading over to the main garden over here. So here's the potatoes. They are starting to turn yellow underneath the leaves are. So usually when the plants start turning yellow, that usually means that they're pretty close to being ready. So pretty soon we will be harvesting potatoes. The calendula, they're blooming everywhere, and there's so many different varieties blooming right now. And also there's pole beans starting to climb up. I also have celery and borage, and there's also dahlias in this bed. I have carrots, flowering radishes over here. This is seriously blooming. This cilantro, there's so many flowers on it. And if you come over here, there's so many peas, and they're just everywhere. And there's so many different varieties. There's purple and yellow. And we are officially in the time of year where we are just harvesting peas every day. And if you don't harvest peas every day, then you literally cannot keep on top of all the peas. There's just so many, and they're a great garden snack. All right, so there's broccoli over here, and that's starting to sprout. You can see just little baby broccolis. This is actually sprouting broccoli. So this is going to be sending off little broccoli shoots everywhere, and you're going to be able to gather just handfuls of little tiny broccolis, which is really cool. You can get multiple harvests off of that. All right, over here there's onions starting to flower, and I just think that onion flowers, I think they're really cool looking. All right, these sunflowers have volunteered. They're getting huge. All right, let's head over to the second garden. There's quite a few things over there. I'm pretty sure I saw some ground cherries, and there's quite a few other things happening over in this garden. But yes, I want to show you this as well. All right, so here is a poppy. It's really pretty. All right, here is ground cherries, and there's a ground cherry right there. And there's also multiple other ground cherries on there. All right, there's peppers and tomatoes doing really well in here. Oh, look what I just found. That's a tomato blossom that just opened. That was not there earlier. Tomatoes coming soon. All right, so that bed's doing super great. There's more tomatoes in here, eggplants, marigolds, and in the back there's also cucumbers back there, and there's also different kinds of herbs. All right, so we're going to come over here, and then look at these peanuts. They are really growing. And then there's some flowering sage back here. These get really red, pointy flowers on them, and the butterflies and hummingbirds just love these. All right. So you come over here, you see that these cabbages, they're looking really wonderful. And our grapes just started growing and vining everywhere, and I found a few little tiny grapes on here, so we should get some grapes. We'll see. If we do, that will be our first year getting grapes, so that'll be pretty neat. All right, in here we have all kinds of flowering things. We have chamomile, flowering sage, there's flowering leeks in here. All right, here is some cucumbers. There's a little tiny baby cucumber right there. And there's more tomatoes. Growing really great in this bed. This bed is onions and peppers. Here is the no-dig bed. As you can see, all the corn is really growing. And as we come over here, there's more tomatoes that are getting ready to flower. There's quite a few. So there's going to be quite a few tomatoes on that plant right there. All right, here is more chamomile that's really flowering. You can pick this and make tea out of it. All right, here is the tomatillo that's starting to flower. Oh, and there's a little baby one right there. And over here is the garlic. And as you can see, we're starting to get scapes on the garlic. So with garlic, you can make pesto with this. So instead of using basil, you can use the garlic scapes and make pesto. Or I've also heard of people pickling these, or I've also heard of people just dicing these up and replacing these instead of garlic in a recipe. So either way, there's several different ways you can use the garlic scapes. Also, you want to remove garlic scapes off of your garlic so that your garlic can bulb up, because if not, then it's going to bulb up a lot slower, and a lot of times you'll end up with a smaller garlic bulb. Alright, here is our garden bed, which we planted in the wheelbarrow, and this is really starting to grow, looking really beautiful. Alright, that's all for today. Thanks for watching. Have a blessed day.